Alright, next up is Watcher. Max HP for gold is nice. Random common relic is great. Card reward is sometimes good if you have to fight like 4 hallway fights before the first elite. Usually I like to trade out for a boss relic on Watcher. We can trade out for gold and then go here for the early shop. We could also go here. This one has 2 question marks before it, so we have an opportunity for Spin the Wheel or Serpent or Shrine of Gold to give us gold that we can spend. Serpent and Shrine of Gold give us a curse as well that we can remove. Okay, so which of these elites would we rather fight? Well, it looks like we'd rather go left, because if we go right, we get no more elites in the whole act. So going left, I think, is the plan. Getting that early shop seems good. We are missing out on one of our hallway fights before this elite, but that's okay. We have a chance to power up the shop, so we should be okay. Plus then, this hallway fight is still in the easy pool, assuming that these question marks are all non-fights. Which is kind of nice, because then we get an easy pool fight, and then like maybe we actually get to take this elite rather than having to wimp out and go left. Or go right. Okay, I got like 250 gold. Max HP doesn't hurt that much. I will go ahead and miracle out a strike. It means we just have to find 1 strike next turn, rather than having to find 2. Empty Fist is a really good floor 1 card. So I'll take it. The other ones are not. We can Vigilance, Empty Fist, Defend to block out, break one of them. I don't see any particular downside to that. We'll break one so he's at 6. I guess this second Defend only blocks for 2, but whatever. We're not paying any resources for it, so. We can Eruption on this one and Strike this one. Strike does 24, but he is at 25. But then there's 2 strikes next turn, so we're guaranteed lethal. We can in fact just wait for next turn. Alright, I love Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate's a great card. Doesn't really pair particularly well with Empty Fist, but it makes your deck better, so let's pick it. We could take the Relic for Regret. We're going to a shop soon, and we have money to remove it. So we're kind of buying a Relic for 75 here, which seems pretty good. Teapot. And then we can just remove it early. Not even increment our remove cost. Okay, 300 gold shop. We got a waffle, which we probably don't really need. We're pretty much at full health. We have Empty Fist, so Mental Fortress is great. Wheel Kick is also just great in general. There's an Apotheosis available. I'm thinking Mental Fortress, Wheel Kick, Bag of Prep. It's a pretty attractive set of cards. Bag of Prep really helps me get set up on turn 1. We also have Ancient Tea Set, which is really great with Bag of Prep. So you draw extra cards and then you actually have the energy to play them. Brilliance is also available. We don't have any mantra stuff yet, but if you get Brilliance, then you feel good about taking the mantra stuff. We cannot afford Brilliance into Relic, so it would be like Brilliance Wheel Kick, Mental Fortress. Brilliance is probably better for Gremlin Nub than Bag of Prep. And the very next fight could be Gremlin Nub. How worried are we about Gremlin Nub? We've only got 2 card rewards, Empty Fist and Cut Through Fate. It seems like we're picking up Wheel Kick no matter what's happening. So that's 3 attacks, which is reasonable. Brilliance does make it better. When you say buy the good card, are you accepting relics? Isn't Bag of Prep the good card, when you really think about it? Okay, so if we buy Brilliance, we have 130 left. So we could buy a Wheel Kick and Mental Fortress. I think I knew that already. I really wish I could buy Bag of Prep and Brilliance. I'm also glad that I already did the card remove, because there's all sorts of options that don't allow me to do the card remove, and I would be seriously considering them. And keep a Shame in my deck, and then the Shame would kill me. So, Bag of Prep and Wheel Kick kind of do the same thing, where they help us spend the Ancient Tea Set energy on turn 1. Brilliance also means that Prostrate is good, and if Prostrate is good, then you can afford to draw lots of cards, which is what Wheel Kick does, basically. So I think I like Brilliance, Wheel Kick, Mental Fortress the best. Okay. We get some sentries. Let's draw first with Cut Through Fate. Hey Milton, it's going good. Just playing some Slay the Spire. We could block with Vigilance, or we could see another card. This is already the second run of the day. We had a defect run where we got Niao's Gift, and tried to use it to fight a Mega Elite, but then got surprised by 2 hallway fights in 4 question marks, and so the Mega Elite was full health. It's a trap. Their shields are operational. As Admiral Akbar might say. I think I want neither of these. I'll just take the Ascender's Bane to exhaust it, because I'm pretty happy with how this turn works anyway. We're always going to play Brilliance. Then do we play Strike or Defend? Well, do we think we're going to be able to do 15 damage? 15 damage is just a Wheel Kick. So it seems like I would like to be able to like Wheel Kick Mental Fortress, or like Wheel Kick Empty Fist. Wheel Kick Defend next turn. So I will put him to 15. Probably want a Miracle in either this turn or next turn, because otherwise I will have trouble spending all my energy, because I'll start drawing Dazes. I'll have like 3 energy hands. There's no point in keeping a Miracle for when you have a 3 energy hand. There's that Wheel Click lining up properly. Now we have some decisions to make. We have 1 energy left. We should probably spend 2 with the Miracle. So we could just defend. Mental Fortress is not super good in the fight. We could Mental Fortress defend. We could Mental Fortress Empty Fist. Or if we're an absolute madman, we could Miracle Eruption. We do have 2 strikes next turn, so that's 24 guaranteed damage. We'd do 9 now, so he'd be at 33. So we just have to find 1 more strike for that to be a good idea. It seems pretty suicidal, though. I think I'll split the difference and defend Empty Fist. I think we're going to Empty Fist on this front one. We don't have enough damage to prevent this sentry from attacking. So I'll just go for that one. Okay. We don't want those. Excellent, we get to block out. Morning, Fudgy Pudgies, how's it going? Mental Fortress Vigilance blocks out, but Vigilance Brilliance almost blocks out and kills this sentry before he has a chance to shuffle more garbage. So I like that. Wheel Kick gets rid of some of the dazes, hopefully. Let's see. Do we block for 2 or deal 6? How confident are we we're going to get to do 21 damage over the next 2 turns? 21 is Brilliance plus Empty Fist. We only miss 3 cards, and the 2 of them would have to be Brilliance Empty Fist for us to miss lethal. Okay. There's the Brilliance. And 2 strikes is good enough. Or Calcum. Worship is interesting. Normally not a big fan, but we did pick up Brilliance. I like Worship quite a bit more if we get Establishment. We don't have Establishment yet. We're planning on more elites, so I should probably just take the Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate's really good against Gremlin Nub, whereas Worship is terrible against Gremlin Nub. Do we fight the light? We've got some pretty good upgrades. Empty Fist, Cut Through Fate are both very good. Mental Fortress is okay. No, I love Divinity, just not Prey. I took a Brilliance, so we're definitely planning on doing Mantra stuff. Sorry, that card's not, Worship. Worship is really awkward. So what I said was it's good with Establishment. The reason it's good with Establishment is when you upgrade whatchamacallit, Worship, it gains Retain, and then the main downside of Worship is it costs 2, so it makes it really difficult to like fit into your turns. But if you have Establishment, then you just retain it for 2 turns and it costs 0, and then you just play it whenever you see it, and then you go into Divinity all the time. So Alpha, Beta, Omega is like sort of a little game-distorting side quest where you play Alpha that shuffles a Beta into your deck, and then you play Beta that shuffles an Omega into your deck, and then Omega is a 2-mana power that deals 50 damage a turn to all enemies. Usually I do not fight the light. It is generally unwise to do so. If we fight the light here, we definitely have to rest at the next fire. I believe Alpha and Beta both cost 1, and then Omega costs 2. Oh wait, no, that's not true. You must be right. Because Omega does cost 3. So, best case scenario, we get an extra upgrade. Because we would probably upgrade at this fire. If we skip this event. So we get 2 upgrades instead of 1. And the upgrade that we pick isn't really super important. Because, like, Eruption, Vigilance, Empty Fist, Cut Through Fate, Brilliance, Wheel Kick, and Mental Fortress all have, like, approximately the same value in the upgrade. So there's really just 2 tiers. So the light is actually pretty likely to hit at least one of those cards. So we've got sort of 8 misses in the defense and the strikes, and then we've got 8 hits with all the other cards. So it's like a 50-50 chance per upgrade. So we have like a 25% chance to get 2 good ones, 25% chance to get 2 bad ones, and 50-50 chance, or 50% chance to split and get a good one and a bad one. Whereas if we skip this, then we have a 100% chance of getting 1 good one. Getting 1 good upgrade is actually, I think, not as good as getting 2 bad upgrades, especially if the bad upgrades go on defends. So I think I will fight the light. Alright, we got 2 good ones. Great. Let's go ahead and rest here back up. Ooh, question card's great. Love to see that. And it is not Gremlin, also quite helpful. We start with 5 energy, so we should probably wake him up this turn. We have Eruption, and we should be able to find Empty Fist. It's possible we draw Empty Fist off of Wheel Kick, and that's fine. We would just play it this turn. So let's wake him up. We can Cut Through Fate instead of striking. It does 2 more damage, but then if we draw Empty Fist, we have to play it. But that's okay. But if we draw another Cut Through Fate, we can't play it. Because, yeah, there's Empty Fist. Okay, so we have to draw Empty Fist and play it. I will not keep a defend for next turn. Pretty good wake up. You absolutely upgrade Eruption. The upgrade for Eruption is super meaningful. I generally don't do it in Act 1 because, A, there are other cards that also have super meaningful upgrades. B, a lot of time when you play Eruption, you're getting lethal on that turn anyway, so you don't really care what the cost is. And C, if you do the upgrade and then you pick Snecko Eye, you feel kind of silly because the upgrade does nothing in the presence of Snecko Eye. So those are the 3 reasons I generally skip it in Act 1, but I love to upgrade it in Act 2, and if it gets an upgrade, or if I have an extra upgrade, it's totally a fine target. But there is a downside. We probably have lethal, right? Eruption plus Cut Through Fate? No, it's not lethal. Darn. 27. If we Cut Through Fate and find Brilliance, do we have lethal? No, we're off by 2. Alright, so let's Wheel Kick and look for something. Empty Fist is off by 1. Alright, we have no block, so we might as well do max damage. And then that's going to be the block pot, too. Kapow. Not a great fight. Didn't line up perfectly. I thought Question Card only worked for normal card awards, but I guess it works for elite ones too. Foresight's great. Second copy of Wheel Kick is okay. Probably not going to go fight this elite. These were both non-fights. I don't remember if this was a fight. Oh, this was also not a fight. So this is our last easy pool fight, so that's going to be very easy. We don't need to worry about that too much. We are getting close to Automaton, so we should worry about him. So I think we need to pick the Foresight. Foresight helps us find block on the right turns, which is key to beating Automaton without taking too much damage. Hardest of the easy pool fights, naturally. I think we just strike instead of developing either power. We probably win the fight before the powers pay off. We can Eruption, Brilliance, Coin, Empty Fist. So do 9 plus 24 is 33, plus 28 is 51, yeah. Lessons learned is great. What did I start out taking? Oh, what did I take from Niao? We took a -6 max HP, which is why we're at 62 instead of 68, for 250 gold. And then we used that gold to buy, I think it was Wheel Kick, Brilliance, and Mental Fortress. We had already gotten the Empty Fist, so Mental Fortress seems like a good way to change stances to generate block. Flurry of Blows is a good payoff card for changing stances, but I don't think you can ever pick it against Lessons Learned. Lessons Learned is just great. Perseverance is also nice. Try and get some predictable block. But again, Lessons Learned is just like... yes, I also often swap the starting Relic for Watcher, but I love taking 250 gold if there's an early shop. And for this route, we were really highly pushed left if we wanted to get like 2 or 3 elites, and left has an early shop in it. So the 250 gold option seemed really good. So I'll take Lessons Learned. We're at 18 health, so I don't think we're going to go left for the last elite. I think we're going to try and save our health. Go right. Extra bonus shop. We're missing Medical Kit on the run. That's important frequently. We're also missing Preserved Insect. We have to choose between a potion or a Flurry of Blows, Prostrate, or Empty Body. Consecrate could also be fine. I think we take the Prostrate. We don't have any way of generating Mantra currently. And we need more ways to block against Automaton. I want to find a Flurry of Blows for the deck, but Flurry of Blows is not particularly good against Automaton, and Prostrate is. So I think for this specific fight, we take Prostrate. We could also afford a card remove because we have Smiling Mask. Is Mantra important in Ascension runs? Frequently. A lot of the time, when you get to the heart, you are in one way or another breaking the game. You have like infinite block, or can do hundreds of damage at a time. And one of the ways that Watcher frequently breaks the game is they get really big multipliers for their damage. So you get like a wallop or something, and then you get into Divinity mode, and you set up a pen nib, and you make your opponent vulnerable, and you end up doing like 7 times the original damage. And you get like, a couple of strength, and suddenly you're doing a damage cap to the heart and blocking for 200. That's sort of like the Mantra dream. Let's see. Yeah, I think Prostrate over Flurry of Blows. Empty Body is definitely a contender too. Blocking is really good against Automaton. Plus, when we change stances, we get block. So getting more ways to change stances is really good. I think Watcher is probably my favorite class to play. It's really fun. I like Defect a lot too. Coming from a Magic background, I appreciate what I would call dirtily decks, where you're just kind of like doing your own little combo, trying to ignore what the monsters are doing until you can murder them. Yeah, I think I'll take Prostrate here. It's a little bit of a lower impact card than Empty Body, but that's okay. So this would be our first hard fight. So it could be like Red Slaver, or it could be like Big Slime, or it could be Gang of Slimes. Some pretty scary options in there. Taking a fight does give me an option to get Lessons Learned. And it gets me a card reward. I kind of need the card reward because we need to find some block. Our only block is Prostrate. So we're probably going to end up resting here, and we need to get a card reward before we get there. So let's get one. Okay. we can just Brilliance him out of existence. Right now. Or we could Wheel Kick him, also out of existence, and then maybe defend. We are taking 14. This defend is pretty useless right now because we have Orc Alchem, so we're blocking for more by not blocking. So I guess we are going to play Wheel Kick this turn. We're probably going to play Wheel Kick on Slaver and Brilliance on Laus. So I guess we Wheel Kick first. But if we Wheel Kick first, we might want to Wheel Kick on Laus so that we could spend our other energy developing something. I guess we have Miracle for if the energy doesn't quite work out, so we can Wheel Kick on Slaver to be more efficient. Okay, nothing that we like super need to play here. So we'll just Brilliance on Laus and pass and take 8. We could Miracle out the Mental Fortress to help me block later. Yeah, I think I like Miracling out Mental Fortress. Ridge Slaver's got some opinions. He's trying to get us. He is netting us this turn, so no point in defending. Now we have Vigilance Empty Fist for generating a ton of block on the turn he's not attacking. If we cut through Fate and get rid of both of these, we could draw Lessons Learned, but we can't proc it this turn, so there's kind of no point. So I'll just cut through Fate and take the Strike, just to make sure that we don't draw Lessons Learned. No, I think I'll just end the fight. This fight's too dangerous, and I'm at 5, so I'm not going to try and shuffle back to Lessons Learned. A second copy of Mental Fortress is good. You kind of want 2 of them if you can get them, so I'll take it. We did take it over that Insight. Oh god, it's getting slimes. Okay, we can kill 1 and block for 9. Take 3. I really want to save the Liquid Bronze, but I might just need everything I've got to win this fight. Liquid Bronze is really good against Automaton, but I think I just need to make sure that I'm winning this fight if I can. Also, strikes next turn only do 4, so putting this guy to 4 seemed pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if we're winning. Max block is Vigilance double defend. We're getting hit for 20, and we can block for 18 and take 2 and die. I guess we can actually block for slightly more than that, because we can Brilliance instead of one of the defends to kill this slime. So then the max block is Vigilance, Defend, Brilliance. We take 14 and block for 13. Go to 1. And hope they're not attacking next turn, I guess. Alright, they're not. So we can kill the Spike Slime and then kill one of the other ones, which reduces the chance of the remaining one attacking. I'll keep Lessons Learned and hope that it's lethal next turn. Keep Lessons Learned on top, rather. Which means I can't use the other Cut Through Fate or else I'd draw it. Alright, we might get an upgrade out of this fight. And not die. Yep, looks like. 4 plus 7, that's lethal. Cool. That was a close one. Smoke Bomb's not super useful against Automaton. We'll definitely take Protect here. We need the block card, that's what I said I needed, so we got it. Definitely need the rest. It's going to be a challenge to survive the Automaton fight. 19 health, but it is possible. We might just go into Eruption now. It seems risky, but we need to change his stance really badly. So I think we'll just do it. We've got an Empty Fist too, and we're changing him to ball form. So he is at 28. So we want to do 27 and then do the largest amount of damage we can. We can do 26, which is pretty great. We don't really want either of these because we kind of have a plan this turn already. So I'll just draw the Wheel Kick and leave the Brilliance. Actually, I'll just take one of them. We probably want Block next turn. Then Empty Fist gets us out of the stance. We probably want to Miracle out Mental Fortress this turn too. We have a pretty good chance of drawing Vigilance next turn. I would like for that to block out. We did not draw Vigilance. One bad thing about Prostrate is it's terrible with Orichalcum. I guess we could just Protect and Strike here. Protect, Strike, Prostrate. We could Protect, Foresight, Prostrate. We'd probably want to develop Prostrate. I don't know if we're necessarily shuffling through the deck 4 times, but if we do and we go into Divinity, we probably kill him then. Kill him at that time is what I mean by then. Let's see. Next turn we need to block for 16. Vigilance blocks for 12, so then we block out with Defend. Or we could just Mental Fortress Vigilance, so that blocks out too. Okay, so I don't feel too bad about spending the Protect early. And let's go ahead and do the Foresight. We need these 2 cards. We don't really need this card. We can cause in a shuffle early, which causes these cards to not get into it, but that's fine. We don't need these cards in it. So we'll get rid of that. Actually, we don't need this either, so we'll get 1 extra card. We got a Prostrate back. Great. Alright, blocked out. Get a little bit extra mantra. Seems good. He is attacking this turn. We really want Empty Fist, so I'm just gonna leave myself Wheel Kick to try and draw Empty Fist. Didn't find it. We could just Protect, Defend. Protect, Defend blocks for 17. We take 3. Or we could Wheel Kick and look for Empty Fist, and then what? Play Protect after that? I mean, that does block out. We have a 2 in 7 chance. Maybe we just Protect Brilliance to, like, sort of split the difference between blocking most of the damage and doing some damage, because we can't entirely skip damage, right? So we're going to take 8 here, even though we're at 19. I'm doing good, Sir Artemal. How are you doing? We're not ready for Lessons Learned yet, and I would like to get bigger stuff than Strike, but I guess we're not guaranteed to it. I wish you could Smoke Bomb these fights. But Cut Through Fate's definitely good. Okay, there's the Empty Fist too, so we're having a bit of a turn here. Cut Through Fate's among the best things we can draw, so I'll just go ahead and draw the other Cut Through Fate. Hopefully this finds... no. We can Wheel Kick, and or Empty Fist and then Wheel Kick, which is great, because it puts him to 4 damage above above his mode shift, and then does a bunch of damage. Which is what I like to see. Also, we're shuffling past Lessons Learned again, which gets us closer to our side quest of eating the Automaton. Oh wait, is his name Guardian? Vigilance this turn is great. We're going to keep all these. Vigilance blocks out. Prostrate develops our mantra, and then we can just smack him a little bit. No, he is Guardian. Do I keep calling him Bronze Automaton? Because he's just Guardian. I need to wash the dishes after the stream. He's attacking for 16, so we can't really afford any of this nonsense. Although Eruption does technically net block for 6, if we could find a way to exit the stance again. But we're not getting a way to exit the stance. So let's just get rid of all these and do an early shuffle. I thought this guy was Automaton, and then Hyper Beam guy was Bronze Automaton, which is why I was really confused. But I guess this guy's just Guardian. There's no Automaton. We can Protect Defend to block out. That seems fine. We don't have enough stance change stuff. Now that we have 2 copies of Mental Fortress, we want way more stance changing. We are currently in Calm, so we can't change stances with Vigilance, so we'll skip that. I'll keep these. That looks like a stance change. And we can probably break him too. So 9 plus 36 is 45 plus 24. Shoot, what did I say it was? 36, 45 plus 24 is 69. Nice. Okay, have to find a way to change stances here. And there isn't any. So if I get rid of 3 of these, if I get rid of all 3 of these, then hopefully we can shuffle and find a way to do it. Or lethal. Lethal works too. Oh, there's Empty Fist, great. So Empty Fist is going to block for 6. Or we could just kill him. That works too. Alright, we got there. Alright, what are we doing here? None of these are stance changing. Diva form's cool. Everybody's got opinions. People know what they want. We've got Lessons Learned, we've got Prostrate, we've got Wheel Kick, we've got a lot of Mental Fortresses, and not quite enough stance changing. I've got 1 copy of Protect. Protect makes Spirit Shield better, because the more cards that you retain, the better Spirit Shield is. Yeah, Scrawl is really good if we get lots of 0-cost stuff. We don't really have lots of 0-cost stuff now, we just have the 1 Prostrate. We have some Scry synergy, and none of these are Scry synergy. Wish gives us a second side quest, so then we'd be trying to both Lessons Learned people and gain 25 gold to fight. Which is kind of neat. What would we do with Diva Form? Well, we would need more Wheel Kicks, I guess. So confused about what Minchok is talking about. I do really like Scrawl. These are all great. These are all totally pickable. What does the deck need the most, though, that these cards offer? Seems like maybe Spirit Shield. We don't have very much block. Hi, Trollphone. How's it going? Yeah, no, Diva Form is definitely great. Once you pick Diva Form, you have a plan, you know? Like, you're a Diva Form deck now. Diva Form is definitely the best if you're going to pick Snecko Eye, and we might see Snecko Eye right after we choose a card. We also have Lessons Learned and Protect, which costs 2. Wheel Kick costs 2. We're definitely picking Snecko Eye if we see it. So Diva Form and Wish are really good for Snecko Eye. Spirit Shield, also really good with Snecko Eye. Actually, all of these are good with Snecko Eye. Scrawl gets more expensive, but drawing cards is really important with Snecko Eye. So, okay, Snecko Eye is good. What's new? I want to draw cards. I want to, like, have a deck that draws a bunch of cards and changes stances and gets lots of mana from entering and exiting Calm. And that seems like that's a Diva Form deck. So we could pick Diva Form. Scrawl helps you get there. Scrawl also just like draws cards. What's the upgrade? Costs 2? No, it just loses Ethereal. Upgrades are important because we have Lessons Learned. This got 0. It's just the numbers go up. We already have kind of too many powers. We have Foresight and 2 Mental Fortresses. So we've got quite a bit of setting up to do the first time through the deck. So I think I'm not going to pick Diva Form because it's more setting up. I think it's Spirit Shield. I think Spirit Shield's the pick. I do want Scrawl. Scrawl is really fun. Man, that's quite an emoji code. Beardy135, bearded one. Ooh, that does sound fun. Pick a card. But then Akiran has infinite points, right? Or he seems to have infinite points. I don't know where he's getting all his points from. Maybe just because he's a mod? Do mods get infinite points? Or does Akiran just hang out here a lot? Interesting that Spirit Shield is the last card you would pick. Uh-oh. Someone alert the Pope. I think Spirit Shield's the pick. Ah, man. I wish I could pick Scrawl. Scrawl's better. But I just don't have the mana to support Scrawl. So I guess I'll take Spirit Shield. Oh, man. I don't have any, like, retain cards, though. I've only got 1 Protect that retains. So my hand size is just going to be, like, 6 cards. Maybe it is Scroll. I think Wish is the last card I would pick. I think Wish is my least favorite. I think I've eliminated Diva Form. So it's between Spirit Shield and Scroll. Wish is great, obviously. But it's like Wish. You need like a Diva Form or some kind of energy manipulation for Wish to be really good. Good morning, Miona. How's it going? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Scrawl. Alright, we managed to dodge Snecko Eye, which is good, not just because we didn't take the card that was best with Snecko Eye, but also because Snecko Eye likes to kill us. Probably Violet Lotus if we are trying to do all kinds of crazy stance stuff. Generally, Violet Lotus is a little bit below curve for boss relics, because it's very conditional, right? You only get it if you exit Calm, whereas the other ones you get like multiple times. You know, you get once a turn, you know, you get the benefit for like a Fusion Hammer. But hopefully we're going to be exiting Calm multiple times a turn, so the conditionality that started off as a downside seems like an upside, ends up being an upside. Sir Artemal does raise a good point that we have lessons learned, so we don't super need upgrades from rest sites. But I think that Violet Lotus, if this deck is working the way we need it to work, that Violet Lotus actually provides more energy than Fusion Hammer. So I think I'm going to pick Violet Lotus because we need that upside. I'm going to overrule chat. Bark is also great, although we are holding a Smoke Bomb, which is one of the few... we're actually holding 2 of the potions that Bark does not work with. There's only like 5, but Stance Potion and Smoke Bomb are among them. But Bark is really good. We don't have any potion synergy stuff. Escape from the next 2 fights. Just lose all your card rewards. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go Violet Lotus. And we will see if we can make that work. And if we can't, we lose, and that's fine. Only 136 gold, so we're not gonna go to this shop. This looks great. We got a fire before the elite, although then we're forced into a mega elite, so maybe not. There's also a fire and elite here, although it's a little bit more spread out. Question mark before. Chest after. There's a ton of elites over here. You can get 4 elites if you go left. We do need the mega, but this is Act 2, so we don't need it now. Yeah, this is Act 2. I don't want to go left, A, because there's lots of elites and that's scary, but B, because we just have to do lots of hallway fights to get there. This is Act 2, so we want to maximize our early question marks, and we only want 2 fights. So probably we want to go this route, and then this question mark too. Okay. This is frequently a smoke bomb fight for me. We'll see if we can make it work, but sometimes you have to run away. Cut Through Fate could draw Eruption, and then we could Eruption Miracle Empty Fist to get back out of Eruption. Yep, we're pretty much always looking for Vampire or Ghost. They just make the deck way better. Like, these strikes are terrible. So I like the shorthand version of what you're looking for in Act 2 events is Vampire Ghost stuff, but there's actually a couple of other ones that are really good too, like Ancient Writing is also a big deck upgrade. But yeah, Vampire and Ghost are the really exciting ones. We could Cut Through Fate and look for Eruption, but we could just Wheel Kick, which does more damage. I guess actually it's Wheel Kick against Cut Through Fate and Strike, so they do the same amount of damage, so I'll Cut Through Fate. Could go into Calm, but no. We're always going to Empty Fist, because it does a bunch of damage. We could Mental Fortress instead of Strike. I think I like that. This is the upgraded Mental Fortress, so... Yeah, this is why I end up smoke bombing this fight. Can we get lethal next turn? We could just stay in Eruption, as crazy as that is. We go Eruption, Miracle, Protect, Prostrate. Block for 16, take 48 minus 16, which is 32. I don't think we want to take 32. We could Calm Potion back out. No, we don't want to Calm Potion back out. We could just go into Calm Potion. Or wait, we could Eruption and then Calm Potion to change stances twice, generating 12 block, and then Protect and block out. Which would get us to next turn. And then next turn, we wouldn't be able to kill him. We can just block for 16 and take 8 and go to next turn and then use the stance potion to enter Wrath and then try to kill him with Brilliance Lessons Learned. Brilliance Lessons Learned is 24 plus 20 is 44. So we need to do like 21 other damage. Yeah, the Act 2 is just hard. Act 2 has hard hallway fights, Act 2 has hard elite fights. Act 2 will kill you. I have no qualms about using a smoke bomb here. We're using one of the potions, and we're using it this turn. I'm just trying to figure out which one. Because I don't think I want to take 8 either. I guess taking 8's probably okay. We could protect Prostrate Foresight, and then use Foresight to cause a shuffle, and then with the shuffle maybe get more damage. It's really hard to imagine getting Lessons Learned off next turn, is my problem. Yeah, exactly. And taking 8 and then smoke bombing later seems stupid. So I think we just smoke bomb. It's also kind of bad, though, to be above 31 right now, because if we end up taking the Ghost event, they will reduce our health. They'll reduce our health by half, so they'll take us to 31. If we get the Vampire event, though, they'll only take a third of our health, so that would be like 20. So they would only take, they would take us to 42, which is basically the same as taking 8 damage here. I really would love the upgrade, though. It's just really hard to see how I get it. So what other card... Okay, so if I cause a shuffle, if I play the Foresight and get to next turn and cause the shuffle, let's say we get rid of Scrawl and Mental Fortress and Cut Through Fate, I guess. Then, like, what am I drawing that makes this do more damage? Yeah, there's just no way to make it work. So I'd have to get Lessons Learned on the next shuffle, and that's just not happening. Okay, so we're gonna smoke them. We can get a special relic. We don't have Omamori or anything. We can get an upgrade on Lessons Learned, which makes it a little bit easier to Lessons Learned other things. Probably don't want the pain, because we're counting on Lessons Learned to eventually give us a bunch of upgrades. We're in Act 2 now, so the Eruption upgrade is pretty good. You can still upgrade here if you chose Hammer. It's only rest sites that you can't do it. I think the top tier things here are like Lessons Learned, Protect, and Eruption. It's really important that we get the Eruption cost down because we're a stance changing deck, and Eruption is currently our only way to enter Wrath. So I think I'll do that. Because we really want to enter Wrath and then exit Wrath in the same turn. We're not trying to like go into Wrath and get lethal. Alright, it's a fight anyway, which means our next fight's going to be a hard one, which is unfortunate. This is an easy fight to get Lessons Learned up, so we probably want to get that activated. We can Mental Fortress, Vigilance, Prostrate to block out. Or just Vigilance, Prostrate also blocks out. We don't need the Mental Fortress. If we're not Mental Fortressing, we could Cut Through Fate instead. If we're going to do that, we should Cut Through Fate first. I'm not sure what we were looking to draw. But we're developing some damage, so let's try it. The other mental fortress. Okay, so I think the other mental fortress is good enough that we will play that instead. Alright, only way to block here is to stance pot, I guess. We could stance pot and try and kill one. If we go into Wrath, then this does back to 14 damage. So they just do their original damages. So we do 14 plus... Yeah, we'd have to do all 3 attacks on one to kill him, and then we take 12 from the other one. We can't knock him down because this is Ascension 20, so they need 4 things before they get knocked down. I think it's Ascension 17 changes that. I guess we're just doing 2 attacks and a defend. Get beaten up. Alright, we have Eruption Empty Fist together, which is nice. Also have Scrawl. We need like some zero cost attacks. We need a Flurry of Blows really badly in this deck. Yeah, you're right. Orichalcum is better. I'm going to restart the fight, get that 1 more health. That was clearly better. Yep, everybody's correct. I messed it up. Forgot about Orichalcum. Okay, so we cut through Fated, and then got Mental Fortress. I think I left this strike. I don't remember what I did. I apparently left the strike because now I have a different hand. Let's see, what do we do if we scroll? We could draw Empty Fist and use Empty Fist, that'd be good. We're drawing 6 cards. Yeah, we clearly left the strike. So this is sort of marginally cheating because I did something different that but I didn't intend to do it. So it's possible I should just restart again so that I could leave the strike. But I'm not really like intentionally exploiting the future knowledge that I gained from restarting, so I don't consider it cheating yet. I think we scroll and look for Empty Fist. We're drawing 6 cards, so we are slightly more likely than average to get it. Yeah, we got it. Okay. I think we could have known we'd got it if we'd remembered what the original shuffle was, but yes, I know that I get 3 energy from exiting Calm. That's why I'm excited to get Empty Fist. We got Eruption 2, so we can Eruption and then do a bunch of attacks, and then Empty Fist, which seems good. We'll get 12 total block from entering and exiting, so as long as we knock down this bird, that's enough block. I think we can plan on that. Looks like we're just killing that bird, which is great. Next target is this bird. Cut Through Fate does more damage than Strike, unless we want to leave these cards here for some reason. We'll go for Protect, and so that we can put it in hand. These aren't Protect, so I'll look for it. No, didn't find it. I was blocking for the Eruption form of this bird. I didn't realize he was doing only half the damage. That's fine. Here's our chance to proc Lessons Learned. We can go into Eruption and then Lessons Learned to kill that guy. We do end up staying in Eruption for next turn, which is a little bit scary. We have Vigilance and Cut Through Fate to find Vigilance, but no other way to exit. I guess there's the Stance Potion, and I really want to play that Lessons Learned, so let's do it. Alright, Mental Fortress, fine. We got the Vigilance, so no big deal. We'll go ahead and use Cut Through Fate while we're still in Wrath form. It looks like we actually have lethal here. Yeah, great. Wave of the Hand's great. Deceive Reality's great. So the primary way that we're proccing Wave of the Hand in this deck is by changing stances, ideally. I do not like Swivel. Swivel is expensive. And we don't have enough, like, 2-cost attacks to support it. We'd have Wheel Kick, I suppose. And Lessons Learned. If you have, like, a lot of dexterity, Swivel could be good. Or if you have, like, a really expensive attack. If you somehow have, like, a Meteor Strike or something, if you're doing Prismatic, then, like, Swivel has crazy combos, obviously. So Deceive Reality does block for a ton, and I really like Deceive Reality, but I also really like Wave of the Hand. And I feel like most Watcher decks end up needing a Wave of the Hand. It hides real costs. What do you mean by that? Hides real costs. So you need the Wave of the Hand to remove artifact charges from, for example, Act 4 elites, so that you can apply Talk to the Hand. We don't currently have any Talk to the Hand, so maybe we don't need to be worrying about that yet. Maybe we're just generating all of our block from Mental Fortress and Stance Dancing. Oh, yeah, I've never had that interaction happen, but yeah, I can see why that would be a problem, because then you end up playing something that was already 0 cost for 0, and you don't know. I think we'll take Deceive Reality here. It's good to have some emergency block in stance change decks, because you don't super reliably have access to stance changing. Although I do have a stance change potion, and sometimes you end up with the retain stance change things, but those are one use only. I know Hoff streams. Redbearded, do you stream? Hey Hoff, how's it going? Speaking of retain stance changing things, Tranquility is right here that we kind of overlooked. We do love changing stances with this deck. Maybe we just take Tranquility. It seems like kind of desperate, since we're up against Wave of the Hand and Deceive Reality, which are like top tier block cards. But we have 2 Mental Fortress pluses. Like, this is not a normal deck. We can't just pretend that stance changing isn't, like, super important. Plus Tranquility makes it easier to play Eruption, which we put an upgrade into. I think I will actually take the Tranquility. I mean, decks are never normal decks, but there's a temptation to like evaluate each card as though it were a floor 1 card reward. You know, they're just like, well, this is good in Watcher decks. But that's not actually how the deck is playing. It's a little too early for Lessons Learned, so I'll get rid of that. We're not currently in a stance. Looks like we'll probably do Empty Fist Mental Fortress this turn. Maybe this turn is just Mental Fortress Foresight. Empty Fist is too much damage to miss, though, so I think I'll just do this. I do love Foresight, but... We can block for 12 with Mental Fortress Tranquility. We could block for 24 with that plus Protect. Or we could kill the Sentry and block for 6 with Tranquility. Wheel Kick could also draw more stuff. If Wheel Kick draws Vigilance, are we miracling out Vigilance instead of Brilliance? Or I guess instead of either Brilliance or Strike, they both kill Sentry. Let's Wheel Kick and see what we have available. Alright, Prostrate helps, probably. We could just Strike and let Orichalcum block. Strike Miracle out Mental Fortress and block for 6. That means we're skipping Prostrate, but Prostrate doesn't really do anything in the deck yet. Yeah, I think I like that. We need the block for next turn. So Tranquility blocks for 12 next turn. When we really need it. Okay, so Eruption, attack Tranquility. Blocks for 24, does some damage. I like it. I'm not sure what we're looking for with Cut Through Fate. Looks like we're mainly just trying to get rid of Vigilance, because we don't need that next turn, which we failed to do. I think Prostrate Scrawl is fine. Draw some cards and see what they do. Maybe go back into Wrath. Yep. Eruption is worth positive 2 energy at this point. Yeah. So we go up to 4. Then we can Wheel Kick. And we can't quite Lessons Learned. And if we strike Empty Fist, he dies. We don't want him to die yet, because we want a Lessons Learned on him. Let's make sure we're setting him up, though. And then let's try and get back to Lessons Learned as quickly as possible with Foresight. Entering Divinity is an exit for Calm, just like entering Wrath is an exit for Calm. We could probably kill him. But let's see if we can draw Lessons Learned first. We could Stance Pot to block for 12 and then Protect. Blocking for 21 and taking 1. Sure. Yeah, Entering Divinity also gives you 3 energy by itself, so in terms of energy economy, going from Calm to Divinity gets you 6. We're really willing to spend a Stance Potion to get an upgrade, is the question. Yeah, I don't think so either. It just seems like we've gone really far with this Lessons Learned, and we've procced it only once. We've had it for like 10 floors. So we're way behind on our upgrades. But I don't think now is the time to get another one, unfortunately. There's Talk to the Hand. Assuming we eventually get a couple of copies of Flurry of Blows, Talk of the Hand is pretty nuts. Collect is fine. Collect I usually only pick in the presence of either Unceasing Top or Conjure Blade. Are like the big collect synergies for me, and I don't have either of those. I guess it's pretty good with Diva Form as well. I think Talk to the Hand is kind of the obvious pick here. Wall Up is also really good. We do have some Divinity synergy, Prostrate and Brilliance, and I would consider Wall Up to be sort of a Divinity synergy card. But I think Talk to the Hand is just way better. Talk to the Hand is like a whole plan. We've already had a hard fight, so I think we're trying to dodge more of those. Oop, we get to be a vampire. Well, that's great. That's a huge upgrade for the deck. We are pretty low on max HP, but yeah, I would like to be a vampire, please. Okay, well now we're at full health, so there's no point in not smithing. It's probably either Talk to the Hand or Scrawl. I could see an argument for Lessons Learned, so that we can try and catch up a little bit, proc that a little easier. Cut Through Fate and Wheel Kick also have pretty good upgrades, but I think Talk to the Hand is a pretty big standout. I think we would refuse becoming a ghost right now, although it would be 21 max, I believe. There's a little bit of a risk associated with taking this question mark. If this question mark is a fight, then we waste our Ancient Tea set on a non-fight. But if we go this way, then we're forced into a Mega Elite, which we probably don't win. I guess there's some Mega Elites that we probably win. We probably win, like, Regenerating Gremlin Leader, or, like, Metallicized Slavers. But there's definitely some we lose, like Strength Stabbing. Health things actually do not round consistently. There are some things... So I figured this out while I was doing a one-hit wonder custom run. There are some things that cost 1 max HP and kill you, and there are other things that cost 0 max HP. So, and I've never encountered the ghosts thing at 1 HP, so I'm not 100% sure which one it is. But I think I'll take the question mark, just because the Mega Elite's too scary. Maybe we can take a Mega Elite. We're at full health. I'll probably do another 1 max HP run at some point. I really love drafting, and it seems like most of the modifiers... Drafting makes the game way, way, way easier, to sort of an extent where it's unfun. And most of the modifiers don't, like, do enough to make the game harder, but 1 max HP makes the game, like, really unfairly hard. So maybe, like, draft plus 1 max HP plus, like, some other positive modifier, like vintage or something. Could make the run fun. I'm not sure. I haven't really figured out the formula yet. We're max HP. We just got a big power spike from going into bites. If we can't take a Mega Elite now with a guaranteed proc of Ancient Tea set, when can we? Is something I could say right before killing myself on a Mega Elite. Yeah, Red Mask Gang could be over here waiting for us. Also, it's a little bit dangerous to go on the right path because after this this chest, we could get thwacked and go into the Slaver event. I think I will try the Mega Elite. There's a good chance it kills us, but we could survive. Okay. Well, we got all of our block plans on turn 1. So I guess let's do that and see what Cut Through Fate gets us. Another Cut Through Fate. I don't think I'm going to play 2 Mental Fortresses this turn, so I'll get rid of the other one. I think I want a Bite over a Defend. Okay, pretty decent blocking. We can enter Eruption and then Empty Fist out. We could go into Calm first if we want to have a really big turn. It also helps us block. So if we enter Calm and then Eruption and then Empty Fist, we're changing stances 3 times for 18 block. So we sort of block out. I think I like that. Oh, the text on that doesn't change when you have Violet Lotus. I would expect it to have said you gain 3 energy on exiting, but it did not. Alright, so we want the big damage on the big damage cards. So that presumably means we wheel kick first, see what we get, and then Brilliance. And then play something for 1, maybe this Bite, and then Empty Fist. Brilliance does a lot of damage. We only really need 1 Bite because we're at almost full health. And then we exit the stance. Oh, I wasn't counting the block from Talk to the Hand, so we actually blocked out pretty easily that turn. Maybe I should have miracled out a Bite that turn. I think it's very probable that Bite was correct. Here we can block out with Vigilance, that blocks for 14, and then we could Protect as well with the Miracle. Alternately, we could Miracle Scrawl to draw 6 and force a Shuffle. I think I want to be in Calm this turn, though. We could kill him this turn. Oh wait, that's probably true. I guess that's not 100%. Yeah, it is 100%, because we could Scrawl, Double Bite, and Fire Potion. I would really like the Lessons Learned on him. Feels kind of like a broken record to say that again, but I will continue saying it until it's not true anymore. We could protect ourselves and try to get him into Fire Pot range for an emergency. We only have 1 draw, though. And if we don't use the Bite this turn, then next turn we're not guaranteed to be able to put him into Fire Potion range, so we could be in big trouble. And if we Vigilance, Miracle, Protect, we are not doing any damage, so I guess Vigilance, Bite, let's see, what does that block for? So this is 14 plus 3. Is it not 2 cards? Oh, are you talking about Scrawl, maybe? I was thinking about just the natural card draw for next turn. Would be 5 cards. Yeah, if we Scrawl, if we Miracle Scrawl, then we are drawing 6 cards, which is 2 out of the deck. So there's a 2 out of 16 chance, or 1 in 8. It's like a 12% chance that we draw Lessons Learned. I guess 13 if you want to round up. But then we have to end the fight, right? Because we're not blocking at all. Actually, that's not true. We can just, like, Vigilance Bite still with that plan. Okay, how about this? We Vigilance Bite for block, and then we Miracle out Foresight. So that we get to get rid of most of these, and we get to draw with a fresh deck. And then we can still kill him with Fire Potion in an emergency. Okay, I like that. Okay, now I think we just have to blind Scrawl. We can't block for 35. So let's Scrawl, draw 5 cards, see if we can get Lessons Learned. We did. Wow. Teardrop Locket and Violet Lotus. I don't know if I've ever gotten those together. That's pretty insane. Could take a 3rd Mental Fortress. Um, what does vintage stand for? Oh, vintage is a modifier that gives you, instead of a card reward when you kill enemies, it gives you a relic. So you'd end up being really powerful. It's really powerful, particularly in combination with draft, because when you pick draft, you don't really need card rewards as much because your deck is already insane. Worth pointing out, none of these exit stances at all, which is like the main thing that we need. What does Deadly Encounter do? Is that the +3 strength one? Or is that just like more elites? Perseverance is also really good. Oh, yeah. I don't think Perseverance is correct. I like Perseverance, and Perseverance Plus is significantly better than regular Perseverance, but the deck already has a lot of setting up to do to block, playing both Mental Fortresses and then trying to Stance Dance. So I think it's either Cut Through Fate or Skip. And I think it's Skip. Although we are forced to fight a Mega Elite here, so... with no potions. So let's see. This Mega Elite is going to be either Gremlin Leader or Slavers. In either case, it helps a lot to have like a good amount of damage on turn 1, and then sort of a balanced amount of damage and block thereafter. I don't think any of these cards are particularly helpful for that fight, so I'm gonna skip. Slime is just weird. Slime is like such a particular fight. Whenever I go to and I like watch another streamer who's like, you know, climbing Ascensions or whatever, like somebody who's not like super familiar with the game, fight Slime, I'm like, no, you've approached this fight completely wrong. And I'm not sure that it's super healthy to have a boss fight that like changes the rules so completely. But then in another way, having Slime change the rules of the fight so completely is kind of like what makes the fight rewarding, right? It's what says like, hey, if you pick up a Catalyst in Act 1, like you have a really weird plan for Slime Boss. But then that plan is like how you kill bosses for like the rest of the game, pretty much. So it's pretty interesting that so many Slay the Spire bosses have that split mechanic. I think we take an upgrade over 12 health because we only get 7 healing. Does this cost 0? What does that do? Yeah. Scrawl also costs 0. I think we'll take a Scrawl upgrade. It's really important that we have a really good turn at some point, like pretty soon during this Mega Elite fight, or we're gonna die. Okay, it is Strength Gremlin Leader. Not terrible, but not great. We did get a Stance Exit on turn 1, which is really nice. So this is 21 damage. So I can use those to kill Mad Gremlin. And exiting my stance is not actually super good here, though. Because I can't use the energy. I already have 5 energy on this turn. I guess we just kill the Mad Gremlin. We could kill the Sneaky Gremlin instead. So this blocks for more if I kill a Sneaky Gremlin, and then I only take 2 over Orichalcum. Probably developing Talk to Hand on Gremlin Leader. Do I play Lessons Learned? I think it's kind of foolish to wait in this fight to try and get more block, or get more out of it later. Plus I have so much energy right now. I think the big change for Awakened One is that he gets strength from powers in the first phase and doesn't in the second phase. So he kind of like reverse splits, right? He like gets worse in the second phase. I mean, he has a different moveset too, so he like starts shuffling voids, but I think I will spend the Lessons Learned. I'm going to kill the Sneaky Gremlin and then Talk to the Hand and Lessons Learned on Leader. And since that generates a little bit of block, I'll defend as well. So that blocks for more than Orichalcum. Alright. Vigilance blocks. This multi-attack is going to hurt a lot. Yep, here it is. Alright, so we need probably a Miracle Scrawl this turn. Maybe, like, defend as well, just to draw an extra card. We really need to draw, like, Mental Fortresses and Eruption. Right. Well, Awakened One is a Stomp Fest in Phase 2 if you're playing it right. A lot of times you let him scale if you don't know how the fight works, you let him scale up too far in the first phase and then he kills you in the second phase. So it's kind of a test, right? Let's just Miracle Scrawl. I don't think I need the defend. I think there's something better I can do with my energy, probably. Yeah, we did get Eruption. So it looks like we're going to have to use Tranquility to exit Eruption, but that's okay. So let's see, how do we allocate this damage around? We probably want to kill Gremlin Wizard and Fat Gremlin this turn. So we could do 9 to Gremlin Wizard and then 14, which kills him. That seems good. And then see what Cut Through Fate draws and maybe use a Strike to kill Fat Gremlin. Do you think we can kill Gremlin later? I don't think so, but it's possible. Eruption does 9. Wheel Kick does 30. It's 39 plus 28 is, what, like 47? Wait, no. 67. 67 plus 14 is 81, plus another 14 is 95. Yeah, I don't think we can kill him. But we are drawing cards with the Wheel Kick, so it's not crazy. If we get the Bite and the Cut Through Fate, that's an additional 14 plus 18 is 32. I think that is lethal if we get all of that. Do we have the energy for that? Eruption costs -2, so we have 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, we don't. So we're not getting lethal. So we should focus on killing Wizard. Are we surviving this turn if we don't kill him? Because he's attacking for 14 times 3, which is 52, which is 12 in excess of our current HP. And then we're also taking 18 from those guys, so we're at negative 30, so we need to block for 31 if we're not planning on killing the Gremlin leader. And we didn't draw either Mental Fortress. Oh, did I say 52? You were right. I overestimated his damage by 10. So I only need to block for 21. Great. If we wheel kick and draw both copies of Mental Fortress, then we can block for 12 with that, with Tranquility. Although, yeah, we can. So then from that context, maybe we should Eruption and Wheel Kick on Gremlin Leader for the block. Although Wheel Kicking Mad Gremlin blocks for 13, which is greater than 3. Alright, I think I will Eruption on Gremlin Leader, just for the 3 block. I think we need to kill him before Gremlin Wizard goes off, so I think we'll just leave him alone. I'll take the block here. We did get both Mental Fortresses, that's interesting. Okay, so if we kill him and go back into Calm, then he hits us for 42. We block for up to 12, block for 15, and stay alive. And that would be like Mental Fortress, Brilliance, Tranquility would be the line. I don't hate it. Maybe we can squeeze by with only 1 Mental Fortress and get a bite in as well. Yeah, so if we bite, we heal for sort of 5, which is almost as good as blocking for 6. If we bite Gremlin Leader. And it does 14 damage, so it progresses towards the end of the fight, which I think I need. Okay, so we're going to try and survive with 1 Mental Fortress. I'm going to bite you, kill you, go back into Calm. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong card. Alright, I have to restart the fight now so that I can click the card. Oh god. I don't even remember what I did early in the fight. Okay, we definitely put Talk to the Hand on him. And then I think we Empty Fist bit the Sneaky Gremlin? Yeah, I remember now. And we Lessons Learned on Gremlin Leader, just for the block. Okay, and then this turn must have been Vigilance, Prostrate, Bite. Because I was at 40 for next turn, so I definitely didn't Miracle out the other bite. Alright, and then this was the Miracle Scrawl turn, which we thought a lot about. Okay, so we did this, and that, and this, and that, and then Tranquility instead of Foresight, so that we survive instead of dying. Alright, maybe we can get back to full health with these bites. Yuck. If we draw Empty Fist, we get to get a bunch of mana. Do we try and kill Gremlin Wizard? Or do we just keep up the assault on Gremlin Leader? Because he's attacking next turn. So if we think we can kill Gremlin Leader in 2 turns, then we should keep attacking him. If we don't... Yeah, only 16 bites away. I think he summons 2, even if... Am I wrong about that? I think he only summons 2. Let me look that up really quick. Yeah, he only summons 2. So, if we don't kill Gremlin Wizard, then we need to do 100 damage over 2 turns. We can do like 14 plus 9 this turn approximately, so we're doing 23, so we'd have to do 77 damage next turn. Which I'm not sure we can do even if we like change to Wrath mode. But if we waste a bunch of energy into Gremlin Wizard, we're probably not winning the fight, right? What if we try and get Gremlin Wizard down to a break point? Although we are doing 23, so it's pretty conveniently exactly Gremlin Wizard's health total. Yeah, I think I'll just kill Gremlin Wizard. It's not very exciting. I probably should have cut through Fate first as well. That's a misplan. Okay, we are getting Eruption next turn. I'll leave all these, so I'll take the bite now, and then get Eruption bite next turn. Alright, he's buffing. We only have Eruption, we don't have an exit. So if we enter Eruption, we need to kill Sneaky Gremlin, so that we don't die. But we definitely need to enter Eruption. And we get actually some pretty good just like side channel block from the Prostrate and the block return. So we're going to block out for 4, 7, take 3. That's fine. Yeah, we're already blocked out, so we don't need to do either of these. What are they doing? They're attacking. So this is a pretty important little scry here. We're definitely exiting. We definitely don't want defend. Do we want to enter calm? What is the rest of the hand likely to be? If we Mental Fortress, Vigilance, then we like weirdly don't have enough energy to do that because we only have 3 energy. So I would love to Mental Fortress, Vigilance, Empty Fist, right? Because that blocks for 12 times 3, which actually is still not enough. He's hitting for 19 times 3. So I think we just have to kill him. I don't think there's any way we're blocking 19 times 3. So let's just get rid of Vigilance because it's not killing him. And hope we draw enough killing. We don't have enough killing in the deck. Maybe we need Vigilance. No, we can't. It does less damage. Yeah, Is it possible to kill? So... How much Prostrate do we have? We have 4. And we're not drawing it now. So max damage is Bite, Brilliance, Empty Fist. Yeah, it's not enough. We're gonna die. Okay, well let's see how close we get. We missed the brilliance too. Max block here is Mental Fortress, Empty Fist, Defend. We could just go for that. It seems like something. Okay. It seems like really, it was a deck with a pretty clear goal. We were trying to abuse Mental Fortress, but we never really found enough exits. We like only found one copy of Empty Fist. We skipped an Empty Body, which was probably a mistake. What did we take over Empty Body? Was it the Foresight? Like a wheel kick or something? I don't remember. Yeah, didn't find enough exits, and we didn't find Tantrum. Tantrum would have been really good. But not a bad run.